Hello folks, we're on video 2 of week 2 and you should have done the first video so far, which is making the game work. I'm now adding a little bit more to it so that when I touch the bat it says game over and then it tells me to press the green flag to start. So I press the green flag, I can now start moving my characters around like that. When I touch the bat it says game over. Press green flag to start so I can move around pretty happily. I've avoided the bat. It says game over. So that's pretty consistent, isn't it? I'm going to just reduce that. There is a lot of extra scripting. I've made 2 extra sprites here, and I'm going to talk you through the changes I've made so far. So we're going to move to a practice one just to show you the changes needed. Okay, so the first thing we want to happen is a collision detection. We want to be able to sense if the cat is touching the bat. So to do this, we're actually going to go into the bat. It makes more sense to go into an enemy and do it in their script because in a game you'll have lots of enemies and you want each enemy to be able to be copied, etc., to add more in. And so if you can copy it saying detect the main character, which is the cat, every time you copy it, they'll all automatically be set up to detect it. Whereas if you do it for the cat, you're going to have to do another bit of scripting each time you make a new enemy. So it's just easier to copy and paste these and make more of them, which is why we do it on the enemy. So we're going to detect if the bat is touching the cat. So the bat is going to be sensing if it's touching the cat. And what we need to do is we need to go to events. When green flag clicked, we're going to go for a forever. So go to control, we'll go for a forever loop. So following that green flag event, we're now going to be checking if then. And we're going to go for sensing. We're going to drag this diamond shape in here. It says touching mouse pointer at the moment. We're going to change that to Mewtwo because that's the name of my sprite, isn't it? And all we're going to do is we're going to go to events and we're going to broadcast a message. So broadcasting a message is essentially calling out really loud saying, hey, something's happened. And all the other sprites can hear that message. They can all react to it. So I'm going to broadcast a message. And what I'm going to broadcast, I'm going to change that from message 1. I'm going to create a new message and I'm going to call it game over. So as soon as the cat touches the bat, the game is over. So far, nothing really happens, does it? But that message will be getting broadcast as soon as I interact with the bat. I'll just stop that. So what I can do then is I can go to Mewtwo and I can go for events. And when green flag, no, not when green flag click, sorry, what am I saying? When I receive game over. So an event happens now. If the bat is saying game over, I can then receive that message. And what I want to do, I want to move the cat to where I want the cat to start every time I begin the game. So I'm going to put the cat here. And I'm going to go to motion. And I'm going to go to X and Y. I'll explain X and Y coordinates in another lesson. We're going to focus on this just for now, getting it to start. So just what you do to change the X and Y coordinates, they change every time you notice if you move the cat. So they change its position and you can just essentially copy its current position. I'm going to just bin that there and just go to this X and Y coordinate. Okay, so let's do it again. So go. See, it's jumping. Pretty consistently, eh? So that's good so far. I want it to jump back to the beginning if the game is going to be over. I want it to reset because obviously you'd be starting the new level touching the bat, which wouldn't be really good, would it? You know, right up against your enemy as soon as you start a level. I don't think that's going to be a really playable game somehow. The next thing we want to do is we want to be able to stop the bat and the cat from doing anything as soon as that game over message is broadcast. So we want to do another thing, which is go to the bat firstly. So we can select on the bat, go to control, and where it says stop all, we don't want to stop all at all because that'll stop the whole game straight away because we want to do a couple of extra things. So we just put this stop all block underneath where it says broadcast game over, and we want to other scripts in this sprite. So just the bat. So as soon as the bat interacts with the cat now, watch what happens. The bat is going to stop moving. See? I can still keep moving, but the bat has stopped. Press the green flag again, it'll start because obviously it's programmed to in this script. But as soon as I touch the bat, it stops moving. Alright, pretty cool. Let's do the same for the cat now. So we'll put that somewhere in the... Let's have a look at what I've done with the bat again. So yeah. when I receive. So we're going to go to events. When I receive game over, another little script there. When I receive game over, go to control, and we're going to, instead of stop all, stop other scripts in sprite. In this sprite, they should have said this sprite. That's bad English, isn't it? Let's see again. So now, I've made a mistake, and you're going to hopefully see this in a second. Oh yeah, it's fine. So start again. Wait, there we go. So actually, I could have just put stop other scripts in sprite here and saved having to have the event doubled. So I'm going to do that. When I receive game over, go to the starting position, right, and stop other scripts in this sprite. So we've done that. And now it's a simple case of creating a start instruction and a game over instruction. So something that's going to tell you on the screen the game is over, and then that changes very quickly, that disappears, and then there'll be a start screen which says click the green flag to start, just like in a game. So we're going to build those now. We're going to go to the sprite, we're going to go to the paintbrush, and I'm going to add some text in. Simply grab some text. For game over, it should be a nice red colour. So we go for brightness, make sure you're choosing the red end of the spectrum. Just type in game over. I'm going to press enter and make it bigger. And then what I can do with the mouse pointer, make this huge. I'm not much of a fan of that though, because simply the actual text is very see-through. Very see-through. There's also no sort of center align. You've got to kind of do it with the keyboard there. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put a black shape, right? I'm going to fill this black. So just get a black square. I'm going to cover the whole screen with it, like so. And I'm going to go backward with the black shape. So that's it. That looks better, doesn't it? I'll move that there. So that says game over. So that's my game over sprite. I'm going to add a new sprite now, and I'm going to say, I'll put a shape in again, but this time I'm going to put a blue, I think. Or should I go for I don't know what I'm going to go for. I'm really getting confused now. I'm going to go for a blue, lighter tone. Yeah, that's nice. Just make a square over the whole thing. Put some text on top of it. I should have put the text over first time around. And I'm going to make the text green. Click green flag to begin the game. Let's make sure this is center aligned by using my keyboard to space things out. This is one big design flaw in Scratch, in my opinion anyway, but it's just my opinion. Other than that, it's an absolutely cracking program to work with. So there we go. So that's my, so we'll change the names of these. As obviously this is game over. And this is start screen. There we go. I'll just move that there. And we go through a really clever little process now. So we'll start with the game over firstly. I'm going to go for its scripting. So this is going to be triggered just like everything else is at the beginning of the game by the green flag clicked. But when the green flag is clicked, we hide it. So we hide this instantly. Right. We'll do the same for the start screen. So we go to the start screen, events. When green flag clicked, we are going to hide it. Like so. So let's go. Green flag clicked, both hidden. Cat and bat can move. Right, it's what we do then with when we receive game over. So let's go for the game over script. Let's just stop for a second. When we receive game over as a broadcast, remember we talked about the broadcast earlier. So when I receive game over, now we're going to show it. So show. Okay. We're then going to wait 2 seconds. So I've gone to events and wait 2 seconds. I need to type 2 in there and then press enter. And then I'm going to hide it. Would you think, well, what's the point of that? I only want to show it for a brief 2-second period for the player to be able to see it and know the game is over. And then I'm going to do a very similar thing, but almost the opposite way around. I'm going to wait 2 seconds and then show with the start screen. Okay, so let's do that now. So I'm going to go to events. When I receive game over, looks, no, it's not looks, it's control. And we're going to wait 2 seconds first because those 2 seconds are when the game over screen is showing. All right. We're then going to go to show. And then here is where we go to control and we're going to stop all. Okay. So that means it's everything in the game has ended. So let's see. Obviously the first time I ever play it, there we go, game over. Click green flag to begin, green flag. Game over. Click green flag to begin. So there you go, click green flag to begin the game. So that's working, isn't it? And that's how you do it. Pretty much, that's how you make a start screen and a game over screen. Have a little look through that video again that I've just made. If you're not too sure, ask for help, obviously, but it might be worth just checking that you've done everything right if it's not doing exactly what I've just shown you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there's a bit of a challenge for you to work on now and you've got enough time today to do that.